This is The Bad Batch, Season 2, Episode 9, The Crossing. I'm going to get into it. I like the music. It's giving me The Last of Us vibes.
According to Sid's coordinates, this is the mine she purchased. Excavate the site for Ipsium. It is tremendously valuable when refined. In its raw state, the mineral is highly combustible, like a primed thermal detonator.
Of course.
Without Echo, we are a man down. We need Rekka to assist with operations inside the mine.
You three go.
Sid warned us about poachers in the area. Keep your eyes peeled and call us if you see anyone.
Oh, wow. That's already happening. Okay. That looks like a kid.
My scans are not indicating a sizable presence of Ipsium. Looks like Sid was deceived into purchasing an already depleted mine. Wait, I am getting a faint reading. There. The Ipsium is going to be difficult to reach. Even the slightest friction around it can cause a destructive chain reaction.
Oh my god.
Then, what do you suggest?
Hey, what's with you?
I was thinking about Echo. It's weird without him around.
You'll get used to it.
Omega, we require your assistance.
On my way. Now what?
Drill into the fossilized quartz until you reach the active Ipsium site. But you must be precise. If the mineral becomes compromised during the retrieval.
Chain reaction, explosion. Got it.
Be very careful.
I know.
Wow. That is cool. Whoa, it looks like they have feathers for hair. They can't see their ship.
That storm's changing course.
We have what we came for. Let's get back to Ornamentel.
Oh,
What is it, Hunter?
That sounds like our ship.
oh man.
How exactly did you miss our ship being compromised?
Maybe if you hadn't docked it out of view, I would have seen someone approaching.
Where's the nearest town? During our approach, I scanned a spaceport approximately 40 clicks south of here. Since we do not have access to long-range communications without our ship, it is our only option.
Let's move.
Man, God, getting your freaking ship stolen like that sucks.
Echo? Are you there?
He's too long-range. Echo won't pick up our signal. Especially since he disabled his communication device.
What?
Oh.
Why?
I assume he's on a sensitive mission.
What's that?
Stampede or something. My God, not the Lion King. But it was no. Oh my God, this is like the Lion King. Oh my. No. Oh my God. No. Sorry. This is totally the. What is happening? Freaking Mufasa. Oh my God. This is totally the Lion King. Oh my God. I was going through trauma. And like, I don't need to have, I'm getting flashbacks of this scene from The Lion King. Like, oh no. Oh wow.
Well, that would certainly explain the stampede.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy, that's bad.
There is another mine, 30 meters ahead.
I see it!
I feel like they need to hold hands. Oh gosh.
The case!
Forget it!
Yeah, go in. Everyone needs to go in. Oh shoot. Oh no, and they're stuck in there now.
So, now we are trapped. And we have lost all of our Ipsium.
Well, I suppose that's my fault too.
Well, technically, yes. If you had not let our ship get stolen...
None of this is helping. Let's start digging our way out of here. Fine.
Something's not right. The Marauder's transponder isn't relaying a signal.
It was probably disabled.
The ship's not important right now. We need to get out of here first.
It is most unlikely that the Marauder will be recovered.
What? Don't say that. We have to get it back.
We can always acquire another ship. It is merely a mode of transportation.
The Marauder's our home. We already lost
This
Echo.
is the difference between an adult and a child. It's a big deal for her.
Omega.
This makes
we
sense.
didn't lose Echo. He's just on a different mission.
He's not with us. We're supposed to be a squad.
This squad existed before Echo was a part of it, and it will exist after.
The coldness
What is
of
your
tech.
issue?
Tech doesn't get it. I mean, it's fair. They're not gonna understand.
Omega.
I want to be alone.
Especially Tech isn't gonna understand it.
I merely stated the truth.
She already knows the truth. That's why she's upset.
Now Wrecker gets to shake his head at you, Tech. It's hard to be analytical because then you want to always just say what, like, this is what the truth is, this is what the facts are, this is what it is. And that just doesn't really help in these situations. Wow. Okay. Should she do this on her own? Oh, wow. The little melody that keeps playing when they see these. The rocks, the gems. It reminds me of Castle in the Sky, like when they're in the cave and they're looking at the rocks.
Since losing the mineral was my mistake, I will search for any potential extractions within this mine.
That's not the only mistake you need to fix. Yeah. Go check on the kid.
But she said she wanted to be alone.
He's so literal. I love it. I get it. I get you, Tech.
Talk to her.
Very well.
Oh, God. Well, how far does that go down, though?
Omega?
Omega.
I'm busy.
I can see that. You are surrounded by enough Ipsium that, if not handled correctly, could take down this entire cavern.
Then you better not distract me.
This vein appears to be much more pure than what we found in Sid's mine. Perhaps you should extract as much Ipsium as you can.
You trust me to do that?
I am fully aware you are capable of the task.
Oh, God. It's just gonna fall. Oh, man.
Jake!
Hang on! Omega!
Oh, my gosh. Whoa, he just jumped straight down? Oh, my God. Oh gosh.
Tech, come in. Omega, do you copy? Something's wrong.
Hunter has like extra sensitivity. His instinct levels are super high. Oh god. Oh wow. Well, they just have to get sucked through, I think, and just they can't fight it. Can they drink this water? This water looks like you could drink it.
We took an unforeseen detour, but we are alive. Stand by. Hunter, we found an alternate way out, but you will need to retrieve our gear.
But you must not compromise the mineral vials, or you will perish.
You gotta be kidding me. Hang tight. We're on our way. I hate this planet.
Except we still don't have the Marauder, or a way off this planet, and we can't contact Echo for help.
We will figure out a solution, as we always do.
Everything is changing, and you don't even care.
I am not sure how I should care about change. It is a fundamental part of life.
Echo left. Why doesn't that bother you?
I am aware that you miss him, but we have to adapt and move on. That is what soldiers do.
Aww.
We're more than that. We're a family. Aren't we?
Well, yes. Yes, of course we are.
Oh, there we
Then
go.
why don't you act like it?
I wonder if he was never even aware that he wasn't acting like that.
Echo chose a different path, as did Crosshair. I have to respect their decision. Even though it can be difficult to understand,
Yeah.
we must carry on.
There you go.
I may process moments and thoughts differently, but it does not mean that I feel any less than you.
Yes. I love that. That was really good advice from Tech.
See? That wasn't so bad.
How come he gets to blow it up?
If the shot is not precise, it will cause another cave-in.
Whoa, nice. Oh, there we go.
That is the spaceport. But there does not appear to be much activity.
Let's check it out.
This is great.
Where is everyone?
It's abandoned. We came all this way for nothing.
Not nothing. I can send out a long-range transmission with that array.
Oh, really?
No can do, fellas. I'm tied up at the moment.
Sid, come
You'll have to
on.
figure it out
No,
yourself.
you're messed up, Sid. Everything that they've done for you. Everything. Tech saved your life.
Sid, we need your help.
Come
Just
on.
like we helped you regain control of your parlor from Roland Durand. And when you
Yes.
cleared your sizable debt.
Yes.
I didn't ask for a recap goggles. All right. Give me a few days and I'll see what I can do.
We don't have enough rations to last a
Oh my god. Well, maybe what that one dude was saying about her is
We'll
true.
figure it out. Like we always do.
Right, Tech. I mean, Tech, she's really lucky. She has these like really wonderful men around her. Like each of them have this beautiful perspective on life. They're positive and they're healthy and they're strong. And I just think she's lucky. She gets to grow and become like even better than them, you know? Because that's what kids are supposed to do, right? Become better than their parents. I mean, that's my hope for my kids, is they be a million times better than I ever was. And you know, but she's so lucky when you think about it like that. I see her really gaining so much perspective, more so than most people, most kids, because she's surrounded by multiple different types of personalities, different characters, different they all do different things, and they all have different strengths, and she's learning from the best of the best. And she, on top of it, is very gifted and very talented, very pure hearted and beautiful inside, and just a really truly good human being. She's a genuine human. And so it just, whatever becomes of Omega as she ages, she's going to be unstoppable for sure. I mean, she's so capable already, and everything she's going through, and I can't even imagine what she's going to become. I mean, it's very similar to Ahsoka. She was gifted, capable, all of these things even before she met Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and being in that process, but she became who she became because of her teachers, because of Anakin. That's a big part of it. And so it's pretty cool to see that. This one was really, really good. I think every time, whatever, we're in season 2, episode 9. I'm definitely, it's so funny how when you, I'm watching a cartoon, right? So as you guys know, I watch anime, and when you watch anime, you definitely get crushes on these cartoon characters. I don't know if this is, I don't, since I was a kid, I probably have had crushes on cartoon characters. Who knows if it's a spectrum thing or if it's just everybody does that. I don't know. Like, genuinely, I don't know if it's more like neurodivergent people who are more like attracted to a character. Like, you know, it sounds weird to say it. I don't, but it's the truth. But I find it so interesting that I'm like developing a crush on Tech. It's so weird because he's a character. He's not real, but I wouldn't have even expected this thing, or just like this. I just really like him. I like his outlook on life. I relate to a lot of what he's saying, and I think if he was a real person, I would really like that in someone who's like a friend or partner or whatever, like someone that I have to rely on or relies on me. I actually really appreciate his perspectives, and I like that he's like surprising, because when he did the racing and all of that, like that episode was like, I saw him in a new light, and I'm like, Tech. So now I'm just like, you know, it just is interesting. I wouldn't have thought of him like that probably. But then when you get to know people, when you're on a journey with cartoon characters and you get to know them, you might get crushes on them, might develop feelings. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, if it was real life and you get to actually hang out with people in a non-romantic way, that's probably the best way to get to know someone. Because when you have romantic feelings towards someone, you're already putting them up on that pedestal, and you just see them as perfect and wonderful and all of that. Or maybe you're not necessarily going to be attracted to that person, or that person's not your type. Like, maybe there's an attraction, but they're not your type normally. And so you work with them and you do these tough things like these guys are always doing, and you're like, wow, this guy's super reliable, or this woman's really smart. I didn't know that about them. And wow, they're actually really, really brave. And whoa, this is, and you start to see these things, and so you develop friendships with people you work with, and you start to see like, oh wow, you're just like a pretty awesome human, or you're a really shitty human too. That could happen. So it's funny because I think I'm like, oh, Tech is just consistently surprising me, and then he might be becoming my favorite character. But yeah, I'm like, I really liked what he was saying in this episode. I feel for him too. I think it's tough because we all relate to things differently, and I'm very emotional, so I'm very much more like Omega. I'm very highly emotional, as you guys know that. You've seen me cry on this channel for years, but I've never, I don't know. I think with having my kids and seeing their personalities, and they're so different from mine, like there's certain things that we have similarities in, but they're their own humans. They have their own little story going, not little, but they have their own story going on. And my youngest son is very literal, very much like Tech, and there's sometimes where and then he's young, so there's that. So it's kind of like I feel for characters because sometimes like an Amos character or an Abed, where I really related to Abed, but seeing my son grow, I'm like, oh, he gets misunderstood all the time, and it really bothers me. So as his mom, I get really frustrated because I'm like, no, just listen for a second. He does truly in this situation, he doesn't mean harm. He didn't mean harm by that. Maybe in other occasions, sure, he is guilty as he is. He did something wrong, sure, yeah. But there's many times where he just literally, it's like, but it's true. And he'll tell me that. I'm like, because he's like, well, why are they mad at me, or why am I in trouble? What I said is a fact, and I'm like, it's taken me time to understand that about him, but it's so, some people are just that way. They just look at the world that way. So I'm like, yeah, it's given me a different perspective, I guess. Like when you have kids, it really does changes your perspective on things that you probably wouldn't have understood. And then if you see your kids going through tough times because of these things that other people will just not understand, like being neurodivergent. I had to go through that too as a kid, and I still go through it as an adult. It's really tough. It's tough to fit in. It's feels comfortable here, right? But when I'm in a bigger setting with a group setting, and there's so many different people, no, I feel very out of place. I don't think I've ever felt in place where I'm like, yep, this is my spot. Like potentially with friends, and there have been times where I did feel like, yep, this is great. But then most of my life, I have been out of place. And so I just feel for characters who are obviously like representing the neurodivergent people. And seeing just with my own kids, like how they experience life, or how they perceive life, and how they are being perceived. And, you know, if you don't act typical, you get into trouble a lot. And I don't think that's talked about. I think people just assume, well, if you're autistic, or if you're this or that, you're just going to, it's just cutesy all day long. Like it's not. It's extremely troubling, and it's extremely isolating. It's depressing. Actually, it's so depressing, because if you continue to have people not understand you, then it sucks. So I really get Omega, because again, I relate to Omega. I see things emotionally. I see things where, what about them? Don't we have to take care of that person? How could you just be so cruel? That's very much like my perspective, but I also understand that perspective of Tech. And I'm glad he stood up for himself when he said, "Where like I feel these things too. Just because I don't present it the same way as you does not mean I care less about what's going on. And I think that was really, really awesome. Like you need to stand up for yourself, even if you're being misunderstood. Because I could see that. Like it's very easy to see that he means well. He's just extremely literal, and he's and matter of fact. And so I think that's really, really, really awesome for just representation. And I think a lot of people watching could probably relate to him, and a lot of people who have family members like I have with my son can see little things from like, yeah, that, because I don't know, I have these, yeah, you know, you get called into the school and you're like, well, this happened. You're like, okay, well, let's see. Was he being naughty, or is it really just a misunderstanding of, like, you guys are misunderstanding him and he's also misunderstanding something. And so we are able to figure that out a lot of times, thankfully. But yeah, I like each and every one of them. I love Wrecker, I love Hunter and Echo and Omega and Tech. I just love that they all have their own unique, beautiful personality, and that they seem to mesh really well together. They work well together. Beautiful. And I think I'm a little jealous of Omega. If I could be in her shoes at that age, I would have. And I think because I grew up in such a, like, my environment just wasn't as, like, it just, I needed more positive reinforcement and attention. And if I could, even if I was going from place to place to place, which I was already, like, we moved a lot, but if I had 5 dads, like, you know, like 5 older brother mentor types, like I would, or 4 or whatever, I would be really joyous just to be like, oh, this is how you shoot a bow. This is how you handle the pain of, like, you know, there's changes that happen, and that's part of life. And I don't think I ever had that conversation. I don't think that ever happened. And no shade to my, you know, family members, because they didn't have that conversation told to them either. So they didn't know. But I'm weird, and I think that this is kind of a wonderful lifestyle. And I would have been a little Omega for sure. When I was her age, I would have been I would have been in this position, been loving it. So, all right, this is great. I love it. I love what's happening, and I will see you all in the next episode. So thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.
I'm bored, I'm hot, and I'm starving! The skiff's a heap of junk.
Yes, but with a few repairs, it will be a slightly operational heap of junk.
We forgot about Gonki. He's still on the Marauder.
Gonki.
I'm afraid since the thief disabled the ship's transponder, we will not be able to locate him.
I mean, we can track Gonki.
Oh, ingenious idea.
Oh my God, it is a kid.
My scouting run took longer than expected, but I found something you're gonna like. Lower the shield.
Wait, they have a shield around. Very cool. What the hell? This is feeling like the Nightmare Before Christmas. That one guy with the happy, sad, or happy, scared face. Well, never mind. But for a second.
You said you had something for me, Benny. Didn't expect this.
I swiped it from some amateurs poking around the
Some
old
amateurs. You're screwed. You guys are all so screwed.
This could draw the wrong kind of attention.
Yep.
This'll still put me in contention for top earner this round, right?
We'll have to see, Benny. We'll have to see.
What about water rations? I was scouting out there for 4 rotations.
I don't understand why he would do that. That's such a jerk move. I guess he can. No, they don't have a choice.
Mako always takes care of his crew.
I mean, there's so much water down in that mine. I wonder if that can be, if they can use that. Our Bad Batch crew is gonna save these kids here.
I think I found Gonki.
You what? You found him?
If Gonki's still on the planet, the Marauder must be too.
Let's get this thing running and find out.
They're so awesome. Yeah, it's working, but it's messed up.
This place looks worse than the abandoned spaceport. We'll do a split approach. Stay alert.
Guess I'll have to sell you for parts. Because you're useless to me. What am I gonna do with a defective power droid?
That's our defective power droid. Now, where's our ship?
Oh, see, the thing is...
Damn, Omega.
Oi, Gonki. You okay?
No.
It's just a beat-up old battery.
Not to us.
Let's try that again. Where's our ship?
Can you be more specific?
I mean, how more specific can they be?
Mako has it. He gave me the droid as a gift.
And who is this Mako?
He runs this whole town. He's the boss. Your ship's his now.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
The central portal is ray-shielded, and all subterranean entrances appear to be guarded in shifts.
Yeah, we've stormed tougher strongholds than that.
You can't use blasters inside an Ipsium mine? You'll destroy everything and everyone
Right.
in there. Cut your losses now.
We can rappel down between exhaust cycles.
Ooh.
How big of a window is there?
60 seconds.
Oh my god. Plenty of time.
Set. On my mark.
Sheesh.
Now.
Ooh, you just gotta go. Don't even wait. What are you doing? If you're gonna go, go. Oh man. Oh man.
You said it was unguarded.
30 seconds.
Oh man.
This is not good. This is not good.
I mean, won't that droid get burned alive too?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. Wow. Ooh, there's no way you don't get a little bit like singed, or just something.
You definitely aren't Ipsium miners.
You stole the wrong ship.
Yep.
Well, there's your ship. I held up my end of the bargain, so I'll be off.
Hang on. The hyperdrive has been removed.
Oh.
You didn't ask me what condition it'd be in. How's that my fault?
That's all Wrecker does. Just grunts and growls at him. Wow. Oh man, he just eats like a damn pig. Everyone's starving there.
Only Mako's inner circle has access cards. We'll need to swipe one. But if Mako finds out I helped you, I'll be sent to the mines. So act natural.
Oh no. He's so scary.
I know it's been a lean season. We've all had to make sacrifices at
Other than this guy. Nuh-uh.
This round's top earner is Drake.
Wow.
Rations are low, which means you'll need to work harder and longer. if we're going to survive.
My God, they need to be liberated. They have to share that. Damn. That's so messed up. If they can offer them food, they can get a lot more favor from everyone there.
You alright?
No. I stole the ship, and it still didn't make me the top earner. But I'll impress Mako. Just wait.
Hunter, we've reached the control room.
Get the shield code and get back here.
Oh no. Will he offer her up? He just wants to prove he's like, oh no. Poor guy is so lost. He doesn't realize they could help
treat you
him.
like you're one of them. I wish Mako did that.
He doesn't, and he won't. Ever.
Mako's kept us in business. He said with more time and more digging, we're bound to reach better
Man,
results.
this is like real life stuff.
That's what I know.
I get it. Our ship is our home.
I'm sorry I stole it.
Here. You
No.
can have my rations.
Why would you give this to me?
And it's too late now. You already made that call to call them. Yep, they're nice people. They're good people.
Mako appears to be using his power and means as leverage over his workers.
Yeah.
It is a similar tactic used by the Empire.
Hey! Who are you?
Mako sent us. We're just here for our ship.
Oh, man.
I thought you said that Ipsium here's degraded.
It is.
Not according to this.
There we go. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta see the truth for yourself. But, of course.
Nicely done, Benny. I'm impressed. Where are the others?
It's not even now. And it's not now. It's in your future. I mean, what point? What more does he have to do to impress this guy? God, this kid needs to wake up.
Care to show yourselves? So you think you could come here and steal from me?
Technically, this ship belongs to us.
And I'd rethink the blasters. One stray shot, and we're all done for.
Good.
We don't miss.
But I think you'll reconsider.
Oh.
Lower your weapons, or she goes over.
Yeah, he's been lying to you. And go to his office and see his food, everything he has.
Take it below.
Stop! You lied to us, Mako! The Ipsium's not degrading! You've been cutting us out and keeping the profits for yourself! And I have the proof right here.
Let me see that. What's going on, Mako?
I was taking my share. None of you will survive without me. Don't forget that. Throw her over.
God. Oh, nice. Wow. Whoa. She has so much trust in Hunter. Oh my God. She's so crazy in like the best way. Like she's courageous. I just love them. They're all so awesome.
I'll deal with you myself.
He dealt with himself. Oh
Never
no.
should have crossed me, kid.
Like that. What a fool.
Good to have you back.
Cute.
So, what will all of you do now?
I guess we'll keep mining Ipsium.
You can be whatever you want. It's a big galaxy. You don't have to stay here.
It's not so bad. And with Mako gone, we'll all be getting an equal share of the profits now. Thanks for showing me the truth. Hey, if you ever need a thief, I owe you.
What is it?
The Empire's not the only threat. We've seen so many in the galaxy like Mako.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yep.
However, there are many like us out there as well. And that is something.
Thank you, Tech. Always looking at the bright side. I feel like this episode takes me back to the Clone Wars, where they would go to different planets, Ahsoka, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and they would go, and it was always this thing of, I guess, no, there was one episode, I can't remember what it was called, but it was with the little robot guy. He almost kind of looks like a frog. Was he a frog? I can't even remember. Yeah, it was like the toad alien guy. And then they went to the planet where there was the tiny creatures, and then they went to a different planet, and there was other stuff going on, and it was always this thing where a lot of suffering was happening on these planets, and had our main characters not somehow stumbled upon this place, there would be no change. We would never even know that there was a tyrannical dictator taking rations and doing whatever, abusing people who we don't even know, because they're not only are they tiny, like the size of, like, I don't know, like an inch tall, but they're on a completely different planet that you more than likely would never even go to unless you just accidentally stumbled to get over there. And so it's just that feeling again, this throwback to the Clone Wars. This episode made me feel that, like, oh yeah, there are a lot of people suffering on a lot of different planets, and most of the time no one's there to help them. And it's just this amazing thing when the crews, either in the Clone Wars or in this show, The Bad Batch, if they go and they help people, it's great. It's great. It's like supernatural. It's kind of like these people who come into your lives and they just help you, and they're just there to help. Really, there's nothing more to it other than that. And I think Omega is starting to realize that there's a lot more darkness out there than she'd like to believe, but she kind of has to believe it because she's literally experiencing it almost on the daily, if not weekly. So it's like eye-opening for her. But Tech is very sweet and probably very accurate in that they're not the only ones doing good. If they're doing good, that means other people are doing good. But sometimes it might seem like you're the only one trying to make a difference, especially when you continue to just meet people who are abusing their power. So that feeling must suck. But I'm glad Tech was able to jump in really quick and give her a positive outlook. He obviously learned from the last episode where, his words do matter, and to her they matter, and what he says matters. And I like that. He learns very quickly, and it's nice to see that. And it's just cool to see him. He's so positive. And the fact that they left these young kids, these young people, they're young, they're not kids, but they're young. They left them with their own power. They were able to see the truth on their own. They are probably going to be really awesome, and maybe they will come back in the show or in a different show. I know I'm going to watch Rebels at some point, so maybe Benny pops up there. But that could foreshadow what Tech and Omega were saying, could foreshadow this group becoming like a really important part of the rebellion, and them helping. So I think if you help people, it gives them a chance to help others. And I think that's what we're going to see with this group. So I just, yeah, that was great. I love this episode. Again, every episode is awesome. So I am going to get into the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everybody.